There was just so much.
You're listening to a Mamamia podcast.
Mamamia acknowledges the traditional owners of the land we have recorded this podcast on, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures.
Okay, let's bring the vibe, because we got to sustain this vibe, okay?
Okay.
Let me get my yawn out of the way. Hello and welcome to Cancelled, the podcast that looks at silly celebrity crimes and assigns charges and sentences to them so we can all move on with our lives. I'm Claire Stevens.
And I'm Jessie Stevens. And 3 minutes before this show, I said, oh, Claire, what can I do to prepare? And you said, we have to record in 3 minutes. And I said, what should I do? And then you said, try and bring the vibe. And that's where we're at in terms of my level of preparation for where we are currently sitting.
Yeah, I did a bit of a tut. I went, just bring the vibe. It's all you can do at this point. Just bring some energy. Jessie, we've recently asked our listeners to share their best lazy girl stories. And this has proved so fruitful.
They're so lazy.
The winners do receive limited edition lazy girls.
Because what we have found is that it's in the criminal code. For a lot of celebrities, Mariah is the queen of the lazy girls.
Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, a hectic lazy girl.
Oh, no, sorry. More Courtney. Sorry
More
that.
Courtney and, of course, a bit of Brookie. But what we've uncovered a class of lazy girls who might have previously found shame in their status. And now they're going, embrace it.
Lazy girl.
She's a lazy girl.
I need to share one of my favourites.
All right.
Our friend Stacey was being peak lazy girl and she kept going to sleep everywhere.
Okay.
She would wake up on the train at the end of the train line. We've all been there.
Oh.
We go, oh, there's nice sun coming through the windows. Next minute, I'm at Hornsby.
It's the warmth, but you know what else it is? It's a tunnel. I used to go through a tunnel on my morning commute and I'd be asleep by the time I got out, like a baby being rocked.
So she does a sleep study. They test to see if you fall asleep in 5 separate surprise nap windows. So they go, la, 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 fall asleep now. And they do it randomly. In each surprise window, she fell asleep in under 20 seconds. But she didn't just fall asleep. She went into REM sleep.
Oh my! So she was dreaming.
So
she could literally be driving a car, fall asleep, cause an accident all in the time. Like she's already dreaming.
Yeah, she's like, bam, I'm a lazy girl. The doctors get excited. Her doctor calls other doctors because they've discovered a rare medical
condition called lazy girl.
It's a phenomenon.
Lazy girl. She's a lazy girl.
They're like, come on, write about it in your textbooks. Then she gets diagnosed with narcolepsy, which is a medical condition.
That's a medical condition. Very sad.
Nothing to do with being a lazy girl.
No.
That's
distinct
conditions.
Although in terms of a Venn diagram, there is nothing to say they do not sometimes overlap.
But there is very important to acknowledge narcolepsy is real.
And can be distressing.
However.
So can being a lazy girl.
It's been years. And Stacey has come to the conclusion that she absolutely does not actually have narcolepsy. She takes her medication, but she naps just as hard, and she thinks maybe she was just having a lazy girl summer.
Oh, hard. We all go through those periods. We just need to sleep in the middle of the day.
I'm all here for falling asleep in less than 20 seconds.
That's
impressive.
I really like that one.
But on today's episode, we're talking about Kylie Jenner. Is she a lazy girl? We don't know yet.
That's why we have to put her on trial.
Yeah. Kylie Kristen Jenner is a media personality and businesswoman who is the youngest member of the Kardashian Jenner family. She first appeared on Keeping Up with the Kardashians when she was 10. Can you imagine if we had been on reality television at 10? The bullying.
We'd have our low three-quarter board shorts on, some sneakers, kind of like a pink tight crop top.
Just that little prepubescent tum.
Yeah, in a lot of photos I'm wearing a lei, which feels culturally insensitive.
Yeah, but I don't know where you got it is the question. Kylie is the 3rd most followed person on Instagram and the most followed woman. That's a fun fact.
Okay, I think number 1 is Ronaldo. Who's number 2?
Lionel Messi.
Sports.
Okay. Oh, you know who's up there is Selena Gomez.
She's number 4.
Ah.
I hate how I know.
That should be a trivia question.
Selena Gomez, in my opinion, not famous enough to be number 4.
You know what is always the answer, though? famous in Spain. That's always the thing. When they're one of the top people, it's famous in Spain.
Actually, great point. In 2014, when Kylie would have been about 17, she and her sister Kendall co-authored a dystopian science fiction novel called Rebels, City of Indra, The Story of Lex and Livia. Terrible title, which revolved around the characters of two girls. They were twins, Lex and Livia. People got mad because everyone was like, this is clearly ghostwritten. And the ghostwriter, Maya Sloan, did come out and say
I wrote it.
that the Jenner sisters gave her a 2-page outline of what they wanted the book to be, and she did the rest. But the Jenner's creative director insisted they had many FaceTime calls with Maya to develop
writing
it.
a book.
At the same time, it's important to note, critics hated it and it didn't really sell. So does it matter?
Critics hated it anyway, Maya.
Yeah.
Why identify oneself?
Don't take the credit. By 2015, Kylie had established the Kylie Lip Kit, which would then become Kylie Cosmetics, and she had admitted to getting lip filler, which was a relief given that she had an entirely new face. She now has Kylie Skin, Kylie Swim, and Kylie Baby, which is like skin and baby products for babies. And Jessie, there's a 4-step bath time routine set and a detangling brush. And my question is, what baby has enough hair to need detangling?
That is a very good question. Some babies are born with like body hair.
Oh.
So maybe it's like for their back hair, which would also help with the skincare. It's like, are we using a retinol?
Oh.
Are we using like actives? I don't know.
Your
Depends on how
baby.
ugly the baby is. It comes out and you're like, you're going to need that 6-step Kylie Jenner routine.
I just find it unnecessary. The baby's like, I just want my rubber ducky, if I'm being real. One thing you might not know about Kylie is that she's very wise. At the beginning of 2016, when talking about her New Year's resolutions, she said,
Like, I feel like every year has a new energy, and I feel like this year is really about like the year of just realizing stuff, and everyone around me, we're all just like realizing things. 2016, looking good.
It's true. I often feel that around New Year's times. There are some epiphanies, some wisdoms. I feel like I'm realizing more stuff every year.
Sometimes I go to explain how I feel at the beginning of the year, and it really doesn't sound unlike that.
Yeah.
But Kylie has had her fair share of controversy. My structure for today is as follows. Being a climate criminal. Changing her face and then gaslighting us. Faking her wealth. Being rude to fans, that's always our favourite. A controversial baby name. And inappropriately demanding copyright. Let's start with being a climate criminal. Unsurprisingly, Kylie Jenner has a private jet. It's called Kylie Air.
Oh, wow, it's like an airline.
And it cost her $70 million.
All right.
But in July 2022, she got in trouble for taking her private jet for a 17-minute flight. Jessie, the drive would have been 45 minutes.
Genuinely annoying though, right? You buy a private jet for 70 mil. It's fine when you buy it. 5-10 years ago. No one, it's not even on anyone's just periphery that private jets are an issue. And they get cancelled. You're like, what am I meant to do with my jet?
It's just sitting there.
It's just sitting there, taking up space.
She like full decked it out and stuff.
Exactly.
I didn't know this, but a private jet emits more in a 1-hour flight than a car does in an entire year. And a private flight pollutes 10 times more than a commercial one. In response to the backlash, because she posted a black and white photo on Instagram of her and Travis Scott in front of 2 private jets with the caption, "You want to take mine or yours?"
In her defense, what's the use of a $70 million private jet if you don't even get to post it on your Instagram and you're third most, like, she needs content.
Doesn't it? The comments were things like, "Girl, what am I recycling for?"
So true.
But it's us who must use paper straws. And our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same sort of luxurious energy if you're standing in front of a Jetstar to Ballina. You know, if you're standing in front of your Jetstar and they've got their
Like a packet of nuts.
which you got to pay for. And then a water that's $6. It's not the same image as standing in front of yours or mine private jet.
And they're always on the tarmac because it's like they own the tarmac.
Yeah. But sometimes when you go Jetstar, they make you go by the rear stairs.
Yeah.
So you also go on the tarmac, but
You're surrounded by people.
and if you get your phone out, put that away. Put that away. You always get in trouble because I'm always on my phone.
And it interacts with the plane technology.
But does not happen when you are rich.
Meanwhile, Kris Jenner commented on the photo, decisions, with 2 crown emojis. Kris, you have missed the vibe. Afterwards, Kylie tried to redeem herself by sharing a video of a family trip to Target. And everyone was like, you're trying to cosplay being middle class and it ain't it.
Like, did you get your private jet to Target?
And it's also like, your trip to Target isn't like my trip to Target. Because she was taking Stormy and maybe like one of her nieces. And it's like, you could buy
This
Target as a franchise.
But isn't Target fun for everyone?
Yeah, that's true. That's actually very
like,
true.
Target is very good. Target and also similarly Kmart. No matter how rich I was, I still think I deserve to play.
Me too. Jessie, changing her face and then gaslighting us. These are 2 photos of Kylie Jenner. Looking at the first one, it's from 2011. She was around 14.
She looks like, I mean, I'm not going to say average 14-year-old because she's clearly had, her hair is particularly beautiful. She's had her eyebrows done, makeup professionally done. But otherwise, I mean, the bottom half of her face has been erased.
Yes. So the second photo is from 3 years later, 2014, and she's around 17. So do you just want to chat our listeners through what happened to her face in 3 years?
Okay. Oh, goodness. The entire shape of her face has changed. The shape of her cheeks has changed. Her eyes are entirely different. Her eyebrows. It looks like she has a smaller forehead. And obviously the lips are massive. Also a nose job. That just goes without saying. Yeah, it's irrecognizable.
Repeatedly, Kylie has denied, well, she did deny at that time, getting lip filler. When people asked about the obvious change in her appearance, she explained that she just overlined her lips.
She just said she has the most amazing lips. Tell us her secret. How does she get these beautiful lips?
Well, the color. Everyone thinks I use like one certain color. I use like 6 different colors.
And you do that too.
Yeah.
But it's not why your lips are 4 times that you can see because of the actual like fat and stuff of the lip.
And what always irked me about that was that surely that idea that she was overlining her lips and therefore had changed her entire face, surely that had something to do with the success of the Kylie lip kits. That everybody was like, oh, wow, if I just buy that, I'll have a new face. And you think...
And then you buy it,
Not
you
quite.
just look silly. I've had my lips overlined, look like a clown.
Me too. Eventually, she admitted to getting lip injections on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And in 2016, she did admit that she regretted lying because she said it was incredibly obvious.
It was embarrassing. There was one time I got my, do you remember this? I went and got my teeth whitened at one of those places in like a Westfield for $99. And you won't believe it, but I had a reaction. Have you noticed they've disappeared?
Yeah, I think maybe there were a lot of reactions.
Yeah, okay, that obviously disappeared. And what happened was it burned my bottom lip so badly that it looked like I'd had Botox or whatever you put in your lips.
No, filler.
And it was like 10 times as big. And I went to the beach the next day or whatever and everyone was like, what's happened to your lip? And I was so ashamed to admit that I got the $99 teeth whitening. I don't even know what I said. I think I said I went to the dentist or something and got some reaction.
How
And
embarrassing.
then I felt shame about lying.
Yeah, so you're kind of like Kylie.
I'm a lot like Kylie, but sometimes we get embarrassed when we do cosmetic procedures that go very wrong.
Yeah.
I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine, and it's what I wanted to do. I'm just not ready to talk to reporters about my lips yet because everyone always picks us apart.
I don't actually hold it against her that she didn't tell people about the lips.
Because we shamed women either way. Like, we made fun of her when her face was like it was in the before. And then it's the after and we demand that she tell us. But then when she does tell us exactly how much work she's got done, that's a punchline as well. So she can't win.
And we say she's a bad role model. She also grew up with a hyper-focus on her appearance since she was 10.
Yeah,
And
people were calling her ugly at 10.
Yeah, so Jesus Christ. But she's also engaged in similar practices to our darling Ariana Grande in terms of aggressive fake tans and lighting that makes her racially ambiguous. Jessie, what do you think of that image in front of you?
She does look like a black woman and there are a few different things happening there. And I mean, it's a continuum, right? Because even the Brazilian butt lifts and the lips are all part of adopting features of black women's beauty and making them white, but only the parts that you feel you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they go out of fashion, as you believe, then you can kind of just get your filler removed and your butt implants out. So it's that. It's not just the colour, but it's also her features, which is the small nose and the big lips.
Exactly. Jessie, looking at the next photo, what ethnicity would you say Kylie is?
If she wasn't black, then I'd say she's a Latina woman.
What ethnicity do you genuinely think that Kylie Jenner is?
Armenian.
Did you know she's actually not Armenian?
Is it their dad?
That was Robert Kardashian.
So what's Chris?
Chris is English, Irish, and also Dutch.
Bitch couldn't be whiter.
No.
No one's whiter than Caitlyn.
Yeah, very, very white, which is fine. But it's just not what Kylie looks like. If you look at a photo of Kylie Jenner with no makeup, no fake tan, she's very white.
She's very, very fair. But here she looks like her sisters.
Jessie, moving on to faking her wealth. In 2019, Kylie was named by Forbes as the youngest ever self-made billionaire at just 21.
So yesterday, 21-year-old Kylie Jenner officially passed Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg to become the youngest ever self-made billionaire. Wow.
What do you think upset people about this? What do you think was like the term?
I just think self-made is interesting, but I will say just on the term self-made, I remember thinking this at the time, there is no such thing as a self-made billionaire. Look at any man. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Warren Buffett. Like, there is no such thing in the modern world as a self-made billionaire. They all got incredible inherited wealth from their parents and then spun it into something. And so I remember thinking at the time that the vitriol towards Kylie wasn't entirely fair because she's exploitative and has inherited wealth just like everyone else.
That's true. She did get attacked more than the men do.
Yeah. And it was the fact that she's 21 as well. They didn't like that, and they didn't like that it was from beauty products. That felt frivolous.
It did. Jessie, can you read some of the best reactions?
All right, the first reaction. Kylie Jenner, those days getting up at 5 a.m. to deliver the paper in the snow, saving up every nickel. Love it. Another one. Kylie Jenner is a billionaire. I don't think she really gives a that some broke bitch online she said she wasn't self-made, but go off. Kylie Jenner started with a small loan of tens of millions of dollars and is now a billionaire. Wow, she really is self-made. And then we've got, today at 21 years old, Kylie Jenner became the youngest self-made billionaire of all time. Today at 21 years old, I picked mold off a piece of bread, ate it, and then called my mum to ask if it would poison me. Hard relate. Kylie Jenner is proof that even if you only start out in life with a few $100 million and international fame, it's still possible to make something of yourself, an inspiration to us all.
But in a massive twist, Forbes then claimed a year later that she had used bogus tax returns with inflated numbers to be named the youngest self-made billionaire.
Kylie Jenner is super rich and her business is wildly successful. But for years, she has lied and exaggerated just how successful she really is.
Do we nominate ourselves?
Well, with the help of her manager and mother, Chris.
Could we do that?
Oh, we should.
For Forbes. We should just email
and we'll
Forbes.
and we'll just put in my tax returns. They'll be like, is this a joke?
Are there some zeros missing?
No.
I'm the youngest billionaire. Really? You're 32. You're not even that young. And you're not even a millionaire.
You're not even.
Oh, I misunderstood. Actually, I withdraw my application. Don't worry.
Sorry for causing chaos.
I thought you might not read it entirely.
To clarify, so Kylie and Chris were accused of lying. And people think that Chris wanted Kylie to get on the Forbes cover after her sister Kim landed on the cover in 2016. So Chris was like, I like this. Us being wealthy, let's try and get you on the cover. After that investigation, Forbes estimated Kylie's worth at a measly 900 mil. Not even a bill.
Not even 950 mil.
Not even 950 mil.
So 900 mil, that's 100 mil off a billionaire.
Poor girl.
How mortifying.
I know.
You poor dirty bitch. You poor piece of poo. How embarrassing for you. How dare you take that spot on the front page of Forbes when it could have gone to a more entitled billionaire. An
white man.
exploited billionaire who's just living his life.
It could have gone to the guy who started Amazon, who is exploiting people in factories.
I don't think he's the youngest. Jeff Bezos is not a young man.
You know what I mean. It could have gone to somebody else who's exploiting more workers for more money.
Who's made $1 billion and $1.
The task is really becoming a thing. Being rude to fans. Kylie recently held a party to celebrate the launch of her cosmetics line to like a new makeup store. And she did a quick photo op with some fans.
That's nice.
A video was posted to Twitter of her with one fan who asks, like, so he's filming kind of selfie video and they've got a pink wall in the background. And he says, "Can you sing Rise and Shine?"
Oh, that's so funny. Context, because then people might not know. Do you want to just give them Rise and Shine context?
Yes. Rise and Shine became iconic in 2019 when Kylie did a tour of the Kylie Cosmetics HQ and Stormy was napping, and then she went to wake Stormy up from her nap and she went in and sung Rise and Shine.
Rise and shine.
And then they made it. Did TikTok make it into a
Yeah.
song? Yeah.
It was really
It was
odd.
fabulous. Where does the soundbite Stormy, where does that come from?
Stormy? You look like mommy, baby.
I don't know.
Stormy. It's like all my TikTok is just her Stormy baby.
I just feel like Kylie's just soundbite central.
Yeah, she's iconic.
So the fan asks, "Can you sing Rise and Shine?"
The one and only. Can I get a little rise and shine? Okay.
Yeah, but I'll just do it for you.
Do you? Yes.
And she's clearly looking at the fan being like, genuinely, I don't know whether to sing it because I don't know if
I'm allowed to just
just give you that context.
for free. Mum's going to get real mad.
Mum says I have
I've
to.
got 100 mil to make.
I have to.
I really have to charge if I'm going to make it onto Forbes.
So what upset me is that it's like you're launching your cosmetics line. This person who's filming with you is a free hype person. They're like, love your cosmetics.
I'm here for the hype.
Love your launch. Like, I don't get bored of all your launches. I love everything you do. Oh my gosh, you know what? Why don't you sing
Give
for
us
me?
a tune. This is why I would never launch a cosmetic line, because I think at the launch party, I think people would be really annoying.
Okay.
Because everyone's around and they're excited and you've kind of got to be larger than life and more than you are, and Kylie's just showing up and she's a lazy girl. She's tired. She doesn't want to be there.
Lazy girl.
She's a lazy girl. And someone comes up and says, "Sing Rise and Shine." It's like, what's the answer? If I sing Rise and Shine for you, I got to sing it for her.
Such a conundrum. But it makes me annoyed because I'm like, in the time it took to pause, consider and say, I usually get paid for that. You could have done a quick Rise and Shine.
Rise and shine.
You could have just given us a
No,
quick
you
one.
can't be setting a precedent.
I disagree. Then there's the rumor that she's a bad tipper. And these are my favorite because they're totally
I
unverified.
actually have seen these.
One completely unverified random claimed that Kylie and her friends left a $20 tip on a $500 bill.
Next up, we have Kylie. She was fine, but she tipped $20 on a $500 dinner bill. Do with that information what you will. For that, I'm giving her a 2 out of 10.
Now what's the rule?
Just to clarify, standard minimum to tip is 20%, which would be $100 on that $500 bill.
That's bad.
So $20, it just ain't enough. And I do think it says a lot when rich people don't tip. It's also just dumb PR-wise because everyone's going to gossip about it. So just leave a good tip.
What if she only had $520 cash in her wallet? Do we know if this was after she wasn't the billionaire? She might have been like, Chris might have put her on a bit of a budget plan.
Help me, I'm poor.
She might have been doing like barefoot or something and she was like, I've only got 20.
Yeah.
Maybe it was really bad service. Maybe they asked her to sing Rise and Shine.
And she was like...
And she said, for $80. And she took it out of the tip.
She did. That's a great point. We didn't think of
Also,
that.
unverified. You could go and be the best tipper in the world. People would say you're a shit tipper because it's a good story.
Here's a great story. A controversial baby name. Just over a year ago, Kylie Jenner gave birth to a son, who she and her rapper ex-partner, Travis Scott, named Wolf. But a month after his birth, she posted this statement to her Instagram stories. FYI, our son's name isn't Wolf anymore. We just really didn't feel like it was him. Just wanted to share because I keep seeing Wolf everywhere.
Well, that's because you told us. Sorry. That's because you told us his son's name is Wolf, which is fine to correct us.
But don't be
get
snarky.
pissed. Yeah.
She's like, I just keep seeing everyone calling my son Wolf as though that's what we named him and it's on his birth certificate. Then 11 months goes by and she announces they've named their little boy Airy. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's spelled A-I-R-E, but allegedly, according to the internet, it's airy, rhymes with stormy.
Only rich people have the time and the capacity to go renaming their children.
Oh, God, yes.
The average person has a full-time job, is actually going to Target, flying Jetstar. They look at their kid and they go, look, I called you Gertrude.
Does the name
It's a
suit
weird
you?
time. It doesn't
No.
suit you. You hate it. Mum hates it. Everyone hates it. I can't do the paperwork again.
No.
So I'm going to call you Gertie. You know, like, or you see all the time, I'm just going to call you by your middle name. I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We all have bad days.
Move on.
We all make weird decisions. But no one goes and just full does a 180 because no one has the time or gives enough f***s. Because you look at your kid and you're like, who are you? You're just another person. Who cares about your name? But to her kid, she's like, you're not a wolf. But
no one's a wolf.
yeah, he'd be a wolf.
He could. The question is, had they named him Airy and with just keeping it private for 11 months? Or did they genuinely not have a name?
No.
And I'm going with the latter because in September, she said in an interview that they were trying different names on and hadn't decided.
Or what.
And Jess, I'm sorry, but that's fucking lazy.
It is.
Like 11 months. Isn't that your number one priority? I can just imagine me doing this, but just getting into bed every night with so much anxiety because it's
like,
so urgent.
No, I have to choose tomorrow.
I have to.
And you get up and you're like, John, and the kid finally starts answering to it. And it's like, nah, not that either.
And everywhere you go, people say, what's your baby's name? And you go, I haven't got around to it yet.
How old's the baby? He's bloody toilet trained. The kid has teeth. I've got no idea.
I think it is so indulgent to not be able to choose a name for your child because it says, I'm important, you're important, we're so important that we need to get this.
But our decision is
right.
more high stakes than your decision. No, just pick a name out of a bucket. Like, and honestly, I'm worried about the confusion. I've seen it.
My gosh,
like,
yes.
You see it with dogs. They get their names changed. I mean, they can be trained. It's fine. Dogs understand. They obviously have their nickname. They have their park name. That's fine. But with I just think they know their names very early.
Yeah, they respond to it. They smile and shit.
Yeah, and that kid is like, no, legit. This isn't like an existential who am I question. This is like, no, what's my name? Sorry, I'm 11 months old. I want to introduce myself at daycare and I've got nothing.
Like, you got to label all your stuff.
Yeah.
But the annoying thing is, it's not just the 11 months. It's the 9 months while she was pregnant.
Oh, great point. So what we're actually getting to is that 20 months?
We're getting close to 2 years of no name for your baby boy.
Yeah.
That's lazy. I think at one point she should have just been like, I'm calling you Roger. That's it. He's going to be confused. I just need to make a call. And she should have had
make a decision is better than no decision. But why was there controversy around the name Airy? Is it Airy?
Yes. Okay. It's a common Arabic expression for my penis.
So which one of us Arabs wants to tell Kylie that she named her son my penis? Airy means my penis in Arabic.
I don't think he'll mind.
I don't think he'll mind. I just wonder if we Googled it.
Oh, no. We were in a rush.
We're in a rush. Name. So in that time, we didn't go because, you know, they tell you to do the park test, which is, maybe they tell you to do this with dogs. I don't know. It's really confusing. Same thing. They say, go to a park, yell it 5 times, see if you're embarrassed, right?
Okay.
So you go yell, Duncan. You go, yeah, I feel weird about it. Whatever.
I don't think she did the park test. Jessie, demanding copyright. In 2014, Kylie Jenner tried to trademark her first name. But she had clearly forgotten that there's another Kylie who's also known by her first name. Her name is Kylie Minogue.
She has been famous for longer. To a very small subset of Australians, she is even more famous.
I reckon to a certain generation, she is significantly more famous than Kylie Jenner. So she blocked the trademark attempt. Years later...
Wait, Kylie?
Kylie Minogue. She went to court. Kylie said...
Yeah, because she's like, I just want to know.
And she's like, I have Kylie.com.
I have Kylie.com and like I'm going to sell my Kylie World Tour.
Exactly.
People are going to think it's Kylie Jenner.
It's
singing Rise and Shine. And I have more songs. Oh my God.
So Kylie said it had to be done and it was just business. And she said, when I was named Kylie, I think I've met one person older than me called Kylie. So it's kind of unusual. Very interesting.
I know a lot of Kylies.
Yeah, no, same actually. During the tense lawsuit, Minogue, who has been identified by her first name for most of her career, stated she'd been selling perfume, clothes, and other merchandise advertised with the name Kylie for years before Jenner was even born. The lawyer speak in the suit described Kylie Jenner as a secondary television personality, and I love that pettiness.
The use of the word secondary. I would love to know any cancelled listeners named Kylie, how they feel
about Kylie
about
Jenner.
The trademarking of your name that your mum gave you. Guess what? Immediately. Yeah. Didn't wait 11 months. They looked at you, they went, Kylie.
Yeah, that's who she is.
That's your name. It's your first name. Some of your friends know you primarily as Kylie, not Kylie Jones. They just go as my friend Kylie.
And Kylie Minogue blocked this. Kylie did not get to trademark Kylie.
She should have won a Human Rights Award.
Actually, for services to
Kylies.
Yes.
All over the world.
Then in 2019, after the Rise and Shine thing became a meme,
Rise and shine.
Kylie Jenner wanted to trademark two things. Both
Rise
the
and shine?
Phrase, Rise and Shine, and also Rise and Shine.
Did she make that song up? Because it's a beautiful tune and it's really catchy.
I don't know. Well, see, my thing is, I don't think she can own Rise and Shine because I think parents...
What's a saying as
been...
ubiquitous as Rise and Shine? Like good night.
Yeah. Like I think they have always been saying Rise and Shine and maybe adding a little bit of a tune. She can't decide that she invented Rise and Shine.
Like, what are we meant to do? Like, I get up, a baby, that you open the blinds or something and you go, Rise and Shine, TM Kylie Jenner. Like, is that what you're meant to say?
Rise and Shine, put $2 in a little jar.
Yeah. Brought to you by Kylie Jenner. This is her Rise and Shine. Like, and then every time it's said in a television show, you've got to pay her royalty. What?
I don't know.
Did she only just learn about trademarking? You know what happened? Kylie went over to Kim's when she was trying to think of a boy's name.
Okay.
And she picked up a book and she was flicking through it because she went, might get some inspo. And it was a law book because Kim's studying law. Everyone knows that.
So true.
So she's flicking through and she sees this kind of like subset of law about trademarking. And she's like, hey, Kim, how does this work? And Kim's like, oh, that's like you just choose something, you trademark it, everyone's got to pay you. But Kim doesn't really know because she hasn't finished her degree, I don't think. But Kylie was like, oh, so I could just like trademark Rise and Shine. And Kim was like, theoretically. And then she walked out. And then Kylie called her lawyer.
And her mum.
And her mum, Chris. And she said, I've got an idea.
And Chris
to get on the cover of Forbes. And it involves me. Because she tried with the not tipping. I'm going to start charging people to sing Rise and Shine. And then when that got weird with individuals, she went, I might just go to the law.
Yeah, I'll do it on a population
And I could make my 100K before next year's Forbes cover comes out.
I wonder if she will be a self-made billionaire soon. It must
So
be
she hasn't
hard.
made it.
Well, no, not that I know of. She's still at about the 900 million.
Now, we've talked about this in our other episodes in terms of richest and poorest Kardashian. Who is the poorest Kardashian? 3, 2, 1. Rob. Even though he has his sock line. A lot of cancelled listeners have said that as a baby shower gift, they want you to buy me
Arthur George socks.
Yeah.
Obviously. I'm already there. I was going to get that for Christmas, but I couldn't be bothered.
Who's the richest Kardashian?
It's Kim. It's Kim. But she's had more
buy
time.
Buy a hair. Is she a billionaire?
Surely.
No, then she would have been on the cover.
No, because she's not the youngest. You're so stupid.
She's basically a middle-aged billionaire.
Boring. Jessie, it's time for charges and sentences.
I have 2 charges. Oh, for Kylie.
Busy in the courtroom today.
One is that She was rude to the man who wanted her to sing Rise and Shine.
Yeah, in that she said no.
In that she said no, and then she got confused and went, Mummy, am I monetizing this? And we don't like rudeness in the council courtroom. Why is that?
Because it is not nice.
It's not nice.
Never.
And I didn't like that from her.
No.
My other charge is trying to trademark things that she doesn't know. All right? Panicking, pointing to things in a room. How about that, Vaz? Was it trademarked? How about good night? How about, like, I'm good, how are you? Like, just...
I reckon she'd try to trademark pregnancy or having babies because she does love that she's done that, and she feels quite like she's the only one.
Very true. And so I thought, okay, what's an appropriate sentence? And then I went, is it to be usurped by Kylie Minogue? Because there is something I like about that, because I don't think that Kylie Jenner, before the Kylie Wars began, knew who Kylie Minogue was. And that brings me a lot of joy.
Who is this Aussie bitch?
Yeah, who's trying to come through the ranks here. Okay, so there's Kylie Minogue, there's Kylie Jenner. There is a third Kylie that neither of us have brought up, who I think is going to rise through the ranks and trademark Kylie.
Who?
Kylie Clark.
And it's spelled differently.
And it's spelled differently. So for any long-term cancelled listeners, obviously Michael Clark, he got into a fight in Noosa with Anthony Belly Bell and Carla Stefanovic. His ex-wife, Kylie Clark, and their daughter,
Kelsey Lee.
Now, I don't know what Kylie Clark's up to, but I'll tell you what I think she's doing. Putting together a case.
Yes.
To go, I
am the Kylie.
I am the Kylie. I think she's KYLY.
She is.
So she's more Kylie than KYLIE. And she's going to come through the ranks, and Kylie Jenner's going to go, who the fuck? And we're going to go, that's Michael Clark's ex-wife.
She's going to say,
the guy had the fight and he pulled his hammy in Noosa. What do you mean, who is Kylie Clark?
Have you seen my wedding photos? I'm on a horse. He's holding the thing. I got no shoes on. I'm in a very bedazzled dress.
I actually think Kylie Clark is a more iconic Australian Kylie.
Agree.
Than Kylie Minogue.
At this point, yes.
So I reckon that she deserves the TM.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, you know what it does? It causes chaos.
It causes absolute mayhem. Because then she's going, oh, I'm selling Kylie Cosmetics. And Kylie Clark's like, come on, 10%. Use my name on that. Use my name on your lip kit. Kylie's lip kit.
Your little lip kit.
Everyone thinks it's my lips. Kylie Clark.
And then Forbes, self-made billionaire, Kylie Clark.
How did she become a self-made billionaire?
Taking money off Kylie Jenner.
Well, yeah, and she trademarked the name Kylie, which is very popular.
Yeah.
Well done. Genius. Got a better lawyer. I was going to say she got lawyer Anthony Belly Bell, but he's a celebrity accountant. But he could manage her funds.
And I think he'd introduce her to a great lawyer.
Oh, I think he would too.
Probably from Noosa.
Yeah. Is she on Instagram?
She's thriving, yes.
All right.
She's doing really well.
Good. Kylie, I mean, she's a blue tick. She's got 67,000 followers. She is Mama to Kelsey Lloyd. Yeah. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She's a property developer and interior designer. She is the ideal Kylie. I'm going to follow her. This is the best. Can everyone just go and give Kylie Clark some love? Yes. Because she really is the most underrated Kylie. I really think so.
I thought you were going to say Kylie Gillies. And I was like, yeah, give her a go too.
Her too.
Okay, my charge. Quite straightforward in comparison. Not naming your child for 11 months.
Too long.
It's too long. It's too lazy. It's confusing. Stormy screaming. All the little north is like, I don't know what my cousin's called. I don't know.
Imagine filling out the forms, because you've got to fill out like daycare forms and vaccination forms, and I'm taking my baby to the GP. What's your baby's name? It's just a big old blank space, isn't it? Depends on the day.
What did she do instead of naming her baby? You wake up.
She got caught up. I think she got hyper-focused on trademarks. she got really
like, you're making breakfast, you're making a coffee, you're going out to dinner.
You got to sit down this afternoon for an hour.
I just imagine her going through her life. She's in her car, she's filming, and just every 5 seconds just gets this, shit, my baby doesn't have a name.
Oh, shit.
And the
baby's now going to school. Gotta name that baby.
I have a sentence for anybody who is struggling to name their baby.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pick a name, any name. But not airy.
Oh, not any name.
Not airy. Because I think after 11 months, you've actually relinquished the right to a creative name.
Or a bad name. This is the thing. When you pick a name on the spot, You're panicking, you're being stitched up, you've got whatever has happened to your vagina, to your stomach, whatever. And your mum goes, what are you calling it? And you go, oh, like whatever you say, it's like, well, she was high on drugs, Yeah. And it was a quick impulse decision. When we've taken 11 months, we need a name that warrants the 11-month wait.
Yes.
And airy
ain't
it.
At some point, probably at the 8-month mark.
Yeah. I think we just pull the pin, we go Leopold. I think Leopold's it.
But the court should have just said, you're being a lazy mother.
Lazy girl. She's a lazy girl.
And this is a list
from
the court.
No, you know what list I always click on? These are just the top 10.
Pick it, Oliver. It's got to be
Can't
Oliver.
go wrong with Oliver.
No. Jesse, that is all we have time for on today's episode of Cancelled. For all the evidence we've mentioned, including the pictures of Kylie, the reactions to her being a self-made billionaire, Rise and Shine memes.
Rise and shine.
Head over to the twins_thoughts.
Close-ups of Kylie Clark.
Yeah, very important.
Remind me to do that. I will. I'll do like a bit of, like a shrine.
And I think like a link to follow.
She'll be so confused.
Why is this
Is
weird
this mean? And we'll be like, it's not.
It's actually
but it's
not.
weird.
You've really got to listen to the episode for context. And don't forget, please keep sending us your lazy Gewl stories.
Lazy girl. She's a lazy girl.
There are limited edition stickers up for
Did
grabs.
it take you 14, 15 years to come across a baby name? Because there were other more important things to do.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
The executive producer of Cancelled is Talissa Bazaz, with audio editing by Thom. And we'll be back next week.
Bye.
Bye.